Hello everyone, today we are going to integrate this expression with respect to x, and integrating this expression will give us a sine inverse function. Now how do we know that this will give us a sine inverse function? There are three clues that you can infer from. Firstly, ignoring the square and the minus 2, if we were to differentiate this term, it will give us a constant value, something like you see in the numerator over here. Secondly, we see a square root in the denominator. And thirdly, we see there is a minus x squared term over here. Once we have identified the end state in mind, which is to convert to a sine inverse function, the idea is to simply make this expression similar to this format over here. Firstly, the easiest thing we could do is to bring out the 3 from the numerator. And at the same time, let's factorize 2 from this expression, because we'd like to only have a coefficient of 1 in front of x squared. Next, to convert this quadratic equation into two terms, like you see over here, remember to use the technique called completing the square. Now to do that, we need to ensure that the coefficient of x squared is a positive 1, so we factorize minus 1 from here to give us this expression. Now, I'd always like to put it in descending powers of x when I'm completing the square. So this will give us x squared minus 2x minus 3. Now we can then start by dividing 2 from the coefficient of x, giving us minus 1. And then we include a minus 1 squared over here at the end. Now simplifying further, we will then have 3 over square root 2, integrate 1 over square root 4, minus x minus 1 squared with respect to x. Now you notice that I've repositioned the x minus 1 squared over here because of the end state in mind that we want to put them into this particular format over here. Now 4 is basically square root 4 squared. And you have noticed that this is actually the exact format that we want so that we can convert the expression into sine inverse. Alright, so doing so, by integrating this expression, we will then have 3 over square root 2 sine inverse, put the x minus 1 on top and the square root 4 below, plus c, because this is an indefinite integral. Now simplifying further by rationalizing the first term, multiplying square root 2 on the numerator and the denominator, we will have 3 square root 2 over 2 sine inverse x minus 1 over 2 plus c. Now I do hope you have learned something from this video. Do remember this technique of completing the square and as well as converting all this expression into the required format that we want. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comments box below, and thank you so much for watching.